Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me as always, and thank you for your continued support. Right, so Liz Kendall is again having to defend the fraud bill, which is set to be going through, which is claiming to be able to look at people's bank accounts if they suspect fraud. Now, there have been a lot of people who have been concerned that this is going to be a snooper's charter, and Liz Kendall has had to come out and defend this bill again. So let's have a look and see what she had to say. Right, so Liz Kendall has seeks to ease snoopers' charter fears over benefit fraud crackdown. The Work and Pension Secretary sought to assure MPs over the scope of the changes contained in the Public Authority's Fraud, Error and Recovery Bill amid concerns that it could act as a snoopers' charter. Now, of course, we know that it's looking to take money directly from fraudsters' bank accounts as well as check bank accounts to see what, if there is suspected fraud. The courts could also suspend frauders' driving licences following an application by the DWP if they owe welfare debts of more than £1,000 and have ignored repeated requests to pay it back. Now, the Liberal Democrats have asked Ms Kendall to withdraw the legislation and warned it is far too much of a Big Brother bill. It is far too much of a snooping charter. Moving the bill at second reading, Ms Kendall said, "This bill will help deliver the biggest ever crackdown on fraud against the public purse, which has now reached an astonishing £55 billion a year. This includes fraud against public services like those who abuse the tax system, dishonest companies who use deception to win public contracts and manipulate invoices, and benefit fraud by criminal gangs and individuals, which now stands at £7.4 billion a year." She also, as you would, accused the Conservatives of failing to update the powers of the DWP to combat fraud. Independent MP Richard Burgon, who lost the Labour whip after rebelling to support moves to scrap the two-child benefit cap, sought assurances of how the powers would be used. He welcomed moves to pursue organised criminal gangs, adding, "I put in a written question to the Department for Work and Pensions asking about the amounts lost in personal independence payments, fraud, and the answer came back that in 2022-2023 only 0.2% rate was fraudulently claimed by PIP claimants." So the Secretary of State agreed that whilst they pursue criminal organised gangs, it's really important that we make clear that there cannot be any hostile approach to disabled people claiming PIP or disabled people more widely using the benefits system as they deserve to. Ms Kendall said people who are generally entitled to claim benefits have nothing to worry about. We do believe that 7.4 billion wasted every year on benefit fraud must be cracked down on. This Kendall said, "I think that the measures introduced in this bill will actually help us spot and then prevent those errors in the first place, because people make genuine mistakes and we do not want them to build up errors and debt that they have to repay." See my previous video where the DWP have been blamed for letting carers build up money, which they then have to pay back. So hopefully this will stop that, but I don't think it will. In further remarks on the eligibility verification measure, Ms Kendall said, "The DWP will not be able to access people's bank accounts or look at what they are spending. We will not share any personal information with banks. Once an alert has been issued, any final decision about someone's benefits will always be taken by a human being, and the state pension will be excluded from this measure. There will also be independent oversight of this power on the face of the bill, with the requirement to produce reports and lay them before Parliament." Democrat Work and Pension spokesman said, "Clearly defrauding the benefit system is wrong. One only has to reflect on the level of disinvestment that we have seen under the previous government for many of our public services to know how bad this bleed the system dry. Whilst one understands the aspirations of this bill, it is far too much of a Big Brother bill and it is far too much of a snooper's charter, and I would suggest to the Minister that they withdraw this bill." Now, of course, and I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'll put a link to it so that you can read it yourselves. But of course, it is a Big Brother bill, to be fair, because of the scope that it can have, even though they say there's going to be checks and balances in place. And I can see that there's going to be some legal challenges to this, if someone's bank accounts gets looked at. But let me know down in the comment section what you think about this, whether you believe what Liz Kendall is saying. I don't, but it's up to you whether you believe what she's going to say. I can kind of foresee what you guys are going to say, but let me know down in the comment section what you think, and do you agree that this bill should be withdrawn? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, and if you've got this far, please don't forget to consider subscribing to support the channel, and also for other content like this about benefits and DWP and things like that. So I'll see you next time.